Hello. I said something about Samson in a few videos back, and I said that Samson wasn't a real character. And within the next day or two, reading through the Arancha, I came across some verses or a part of the papers that did testify that Samson was real. And once again, I've been humbled. And it disturbs me greatly. And I apologize for saying some things that seem so matter of fact sometimes that where I'm wrong. Plain and simple. There ain't no way around it. So what I should have said was the exploits of Samson were things that were compiled and arranged. And that would be, of course, the bees and the honey and the lion and the things like that. Now, I have not gone any further into the research, at least for me, within the Arancha is where I see the truth. Now, although I have read this book, coming on multiple times now, there's a lot of information here. There's no doubt about it. And the book is written in a certain way as well. It's written in a certain way for many reasons. I get the feeling it's written in a way to guarantee that it could have gotten into the hands of people. There's certain ways that it's worded and certain things are spoken about as to not alarm, I guess, certain of the peoples that would be against information like this when this book was first brought to the hand of man in the 1930s. So there is some tactful reasons why the book is written in the way that it is, to guarantee that people would be able to get it and read it. And within this tactful way that the book is written, if you really, really hunger and thirst for the truth in which it gives, more can be given to you through it. And there's just no other way to say it other than to say that you could experience it. I've experienced it. I can testify to it. So, for me, it doesn't have to be for you. But for me, the Arancha book is the truth. And I have personal experience with that truth. But I'm not that truth. And I do make mistakes. And I have no problem admitting that I make mistakes. I have a problem personally with making them. I don't like making them. But I know that that I make them. And there just ain't no way around it. So I apologize for anybody that has, taken that word that I said as concrete and crystallized it. It's not. It's not. I would advise everyone, maybe use this as an example. My own shortcoming here is an example for myself to do more diligent research and to do more to do more in the way of speaking a more clear truth. The Spirit of Truth, from what I understand, is concerned with two primary things, and that's the universal fatherhood of God, making all mankind brothers. All mankind. So that is the Spirit of Truth, and there is no mistake in that proclamation, and I'll stand beside that forever. But within my own human capabilities and motivations and might of will that I have endeavored to speak in a greater context of things that go outside of those two proclamations of the Spirit of Truth. And those things have been my own enlightened in some ways, and in some ways not so enlightened understanding of certain historical situations. I've done my best, but my best has fallen short of anything connected to absolute truth. So let this be an example for everyone that we as humans are sometimes motivated so strongly for the want for people to have the truth. And sometimes we endeavor in such a way to give it to them to where we fall short of it. I don't think that I don't think that any of you would be unhappy if you endeavored to sincerely read the Urantia book from the Urantia Foundation. I believe it would increase your joy, increase your happiness, increase your liberty, your spiritual liberty. It will increase your capacity for mercy and love for everyone. It most certainly has done that for me. You know? So, I should have said, I wasn't sure. But I felt that I was sure. And just being honest and using my own faculties of memory, I think that I had just made the mistake of confusing that the exploits that were applied to Samson some of them were compiled in such a way that connected it back to certain ancestries that would be considered with these ancient dance. And that is true. But I did make the mistake of claiming that Samson was not a real character, and that was false. So I was wrong. So anyway, I hope that everybody understands the proclamation of the Spirit of Truth, the universal fatherhood of God, making all mankind brothers. May everybody come to fully understand that and increase your capacity for mercy and care. I'll be back.